Came down the stairs in the dark, rushing to get him, and stepped barefoot right in the number 2. Smushed between the toes and everything. Oh, potty training. After years of trying and not trying, my son is finally potty trained. So I thought today I'll dedicate to funny potty training stories. I'm gonna refer peeing to number 1 and pooping to number 2 so I don't have to keep saying those words. My 4-year-old was a total nightmare to train. The first time I tried when he was almost 3, I was pregnant and trying the Pantless method. Within 10 minutes, I had 3 puddles to scrub out of the carpet and the play kitchen. I can so relate to this. As I was cleaning the play kitchen, my son had the loosest number 2 ever. Thank God on the drop mat under the high chair I had yet to put away and slipped in it. I've never heard about a kid slipping in number 2. He froze there until I held his naked butt to the tub, cleaned everything up, and promptly decided I was over potty training until the baby was born. Never did Pantless again. That was just awful. So agree. It's awful. So with my older 2 sons, years ago, we tried to potty train them at the same time. You know, the one where you stay at home all weekend and you just let them have no diaper, no pants. You keep asking them if they need to go. It was such a disaster. My older son, he really didn't want to do it. And so he was kind of whining a lot. And then my younger son had no idea what we were doing. At one point, my older one had an accident. And while I was cleaning up my older son's accident, my younger son had an accident as well. And then he ran and then he slipped in his own accident. And then he fell backwards. And then his whole back and hair was all completely wet. And it was so bad. And my husband and I were like, oh my goodness. We just gave up that weekend. We just said, no, it's not happening. When my older son was still working on potty training overnight, he woke up one night and apparently did number 2 in the hallway, then sat next to it and cried. Came down the stairs in the dark, rushing to get him, and stepped barefoot right in the number 2. Smushed between the toes and everything. Aha! That's not what you want in the middle of the night. Currently attempting to train my 2-year-old. She's got all the steps down except actually going in the toilet. She had number 1 to herself one day and I put new underwear on. She got up, walked over to the freaking carpet outside the bathroom, did number 1 again, and tried to jump in it. Potty training is the worst. I shouldn't laugh, but what else can you do, right? My son is almost 3 and will do number 1 in the toilet if I remind him. But he has to be standing in his special spot in the kitchen behind the cabinet door holding his favorite box of cookies in order to do number 2. I always know when he's going to do number 2 because he goes to that spot and starts tapping on the shelves. He then picks up the box and starts studying it and staring at it. It's like someone reading the newspaper when they're sitting on the toilet. I have tried bringing the box of cookies in the bathroom. I tried giving him privacy. Nope. He needs to be in the kitchen behind the cabinet door. That's cute. If I interrupt the number 2 and try to put him on the toilet, he will hold it in the entire day. I tried 3 days in a row to put him on the toilet when I noticed he was hanging out in his spot. But he just held it in for 3 days straight. What? 3 days? Poor kid. I left him alone on the 4th day and he went to his spot and did number 2. Wow. I just let him do his thing now so he doesn't hold his number 2 in all day. My son figured out potty training immediately and now uses it against us. What? What do you mean? Like, Nana usually takes him with her to Starbucks and gets him a cake pop. I never give in and take him, so now when we're driving and he sees a Starbucks, he'll suddenly need to do number 1. Also, pretty much anytime he doesn't want to do something like going to bed or sitting down for dinner, he says he needs to do number 1 or number 2. Once I didn't let him go since he had just gone to do number 1. Not 10 minutes before, and he called my bluff, somehow managed to do number 1 himself out of spite. What a clever little boy. My sister taught my almost 3-year-old daughter how to take a nature number 1, as they are often playing outside far from a bathroom on the days my daughter spends with her. This evolved into the nature number 2, and my daughter is not shy about dropping her drawers and laying a log whenever and wherever we may be, including in the middle of a play date once. And then her friend saw her doing it and fancied it a fine idea. Now me and my mom friends all have toddlers who like to get naked and do number 2 in the yard like doggies. Lovely. Imagine if you're in a really crowded public area and your kid does that. You can't just stop them doing it. And then do you pick it up with, I don't know, tissue? Or what do you do with it after? I took my son to Starbucks. Instead of telling me I had to go number 1, he stood up on his chair, tried to pull his pants down, yelled, "I'm doing number 1, Mama!" And then did number 1 all over himself. Such a public place too. All this while my 6-month-old started getting fussy and unsettled. Couldn't get out of there fast enough. Oh gosh. With my first son, when he was about 10 months old, I tried EC, which is elimination communication. It's a type of potty training where you start really young. You can start when they're newborns. And it actually started to work. But then we went on holiday and my husband said that I can't bring the potty because it's too big. I make it my husband's fault. He went back to being in a diaper and then I just gave up. But if you have the energy and time, EC works. We recently potty trained my middle. While we were doing some naked kid time, she came running towards me while doing number 1 as she ran. I was yelling, "Stop!" which she finally did as just the right spot to do number 1 all over her baby sister who was playing on the floor. Why? Here I am holding a baby cover in number 1 while my toddler is absolutely hysterical over what she did. I sent my oldest to get her dad while I tried to calm everyone down. Toddler was traumatized. I was traumatized. Baby had no idea what happened, but did enjoy her surprise bath. On the upside, the toddler really turned a corner with the potty training after that. Well, thank goodness. A few months ago, actually, we tried to potty train our second son. It was just not working. He would just tell us, "Mama, Dada, it came out." And he wouldn't care. And he would refuse to do number 2 unless he had his diaper on. We were feeling discouraged, so we completely stopped even trying. One day, he suddenly says, "Mama, underwear." And I'm like, "Oh, you want to wear your underwear? Okay." And then we put the underwear on and he's completely fine doing number 1, first of all. And then at night, we put his diaper on, so he was doing number 2 in the diaper for a few days. But then one day, he just decided to do number 2 in the toilet, and now he's totally fine with it, which is amazing. As soon as we gave up trying to do it, he just did it himself. I mean, I'm so grateful now, but it's funny because we put ourselves through a lot of stress trying to force him, and then one day he was just ready. Alright, that's it for today. If you're potty training your little one, good luck. It's gonna happen someday. Bye!